things that me and a couple of my colleagues was talking about, and we're gonna be doing this every now and then. We'll be doing this probably once a week or whatever about different topics that come across our mind and things we talk about, things we debate about, on how we see things and how we view things. I want to put this out because we had a real good talk the other day about Black History. This is Black History Month, and I want to encourage everyone to continue to remember the past. I want to look at it in a different way because the question was posed, what do we think about Black History Month? And I said there's three areas that we need to look at as Black history. And I want you to have an open mind, and if you want to, you can comment on the post and you can respond back, and we'll have a nice conversation about it. But I say Black history is a chance for us to reflect back on the past, the struggles that people went to get us to where we at right now. So we reflect back on that and we remember those things. I said, but there's two other aspects that we need to remember. I said, and that's one, the now. I said, the now is that we are still oppressed. And they said, that's a strong word. I said, no, I want you to think about it. We are still oppressed, because anytime we have to make a statement like we have came a long way, but we still have a long way to go, that means that the fight is still on. The struggle is still real. It's still a part of what we're going through right now. I said, so we have to understand that as long as we're still in the struggle, then we have to prepare ourselves to continue on. I said, we can't overlook it, because we have to understand something, that when they wrote the Constitution and they said for equality and justice for all people, we were not included in that. We were not the people. At that particular point in time, we were property. We was bought and we were sold as property. And so sometimes we have to understand that when we're dealing and fighting with something, we got to understand our past in order to move forward in our future. Here it is in the year 2021, and we're still fighting for rights that everyone else already have. We're still fighting for equality that everyone else still have. I said, listen to this. If you take a black man and you take a white man and you put them in the same position, then most of the time, that white man will make 13% more in pay than the black man. If you look at the history and you pull up the numbers and stuff, a black income family compared to a white income family is 13% less in income than a white family. So we have to look at where we are at right now, and we say we have come a long way, and we got to understand that even in coming a long way, we have to do double what it takes to get someone else to just walk in the door. What I mean by that is I have to have a background, a degree, and education just to get a job that requires nothing but a high school diploma. So we have to remember that, because we're still in these times, and it is a shame that we still during this time have to fight for something that should have been afforded to us if we qualify. It even happens in the housing market when it comes to us buying houses. We are viewed different than the others. And the reason that is because the system was not set up for us as black people. Now, I know some of y'all think that I'm being racist or whatever, but I'm not a racist person, not a racist at all. I have white friends. I work with people that I like. I mean, racist is not a point with me at all. I can care less about racism, but we're talking about Black History Month. And then there's our future. And our future is one that scares me. And the reason it scares me because I have to worry about my children's and my children's children, because if I'm still fighting now for equality and justice, what are they going to have to do? Because we have to realize that one day we won't be here, so we can't protect them. So what we have to do, we have to prepare them, because Black history is a time for us to reflect back on history, but we have to also look forward to what is in our future and what we are fighting for. The struggle does not end with us. And we have to remember that, and we have to allow our children to understand that the struggle doesn't end with us, but the struggle continues. And we have to continue to fight for something that the Constitution said that is ours, even though it wasn't written for us. We was penciled in without them even knowing they was penciling us in. So that's why we have to look at this thing in a different aspect and understand that our children that we have right now and our grandchildren that are coming up are still going to be in the fight, because there are others that do not want us to participate in what they call the American dream. And we have to fight for that American dream, and we have to get in and get on that American dream if we want to be productive citizens in this country. Now, Black history future depends upon our children continuing to prosper and move forward in their lives, as it is for us as Black folks. And we was talking, and I said, in order for us to continue to move on, we have to look at things different. And this is what some of y'all probably get mad at me. I said, we are image conscious people. I said, now I'm telling you this because when people market and sell things to us, we are targeted in the marketed community. When Black Friday come, we are targeted in the marketed community. We spend more of our dollar on things to make us look good, feel good, and to hear somebody say you got it going on than any other ethnical background that is in the United States right now. And we have to break that cycle, and we have to move forward. And the only way we can move forward is to change the way we think. It's a shame that when we pass, we don't even have life insurance for our kids to bury us. We leave them with debt, and we don't leave them with an increase. We don't invest into our future. It's a shame that we will have to do a GoFundMe page in order to bury our own children and our own mother and daddy. All because we didn't prepare ourselves. And that's what I'm saying when it comes to Black history and our future. We have to change the way we think. We have to change it and start looking to the future and bettering ourselves within the compounds of what we have at our disposal right now. We can't keep asking somebody to help us to become better when the system is not set up to help us become better. The system is set up to oppress us, but we're asking the system that is oppressing us to help make us better. That doesn't make any sense. We have to pull ourselves up by our own bootstrap and support one another. That is what Black history means to me. Black history has nothing to do with 40 acres and a mule. No. What Black history has to do with is about us having respect and us having enough courage to continue to fight and survive because of what the past has done for us. So I'm telling you right now, pull up your pants, pull them up off your butt and pull them up to your hip, and walk around with some class, some respect, and some dignity about why people die for us to be where we at now, and how you're going to continue to fight to move on. We're no longer just celebrating the past, but we're celebrating our future, and we're celebrating and pushing forward in the struggle that we face now. No more will we set back. Listen to me, because it's Black history and we got to talk about it. Because as long as we're still getting shot and killed in the street by getting pulled over, we have not yet arrived. As long as we're still being treated differently when it comes to the pay scale and the promotions and the job raises and being a CEO of a company and being a manager of a company, as long as we're still being overlooked for those positions that are created for their friends, that their friends make more than we are still in a struggle. And until equality and until justice is served, we must continue to fight. That is what Black history should remind us of every single day, not just 1 month out of a year, but every day, not just 1 month out of the year. Hit me back with your comments, and we'll be coming at you probably once a week on some insight that gets deeper, and we want to call this a deeper conversation. We want to have deeper conversations. So once a week, we'll be having a deeper conversation on different things that you would like to talk about, and let's explore some of these comments that was made.